Amber's just cleaning out her end of days eye.
Yeah, zombie eye.
Your zombie eye.
Yeah. Scratch my eye with my contact, you guys. Don't judge me, okay? It hurts, but...
or you have pink eye.
Beautiful Shannon's here.
Whatever.
No.
The best part of all is, what are we talking about?
Sex. We're always talking about sex when Shannon's over here. Or I'm over there. Or we're anywhere else. What's up, you guys? It's Amber, Amber's Closet, and today I'm with...
Shannon Boody Boudra.
Yes. You guys know my friend Shannon. She's so amazing, and when I decided to do a video answering some of your guys' sex questions, I had to have my clinical sexologist friend here.
Good for you, Amber.
Yes. And I know a lot of people don't know what that is, so do you want to go ahead and break it down for them?
So essentially, it is a sexual education professional, and they can be counselors, they can be somebody who helped you go through some kind of dysfunction. We want everybody to have awesome orgasms, honey.
Yes.
Tons of awesome orgasms, honey. Speaking of happy and smiling, I want to get to these questions.
Oh, God.
I'm curious about what you guys asked Amber.
I'm so nervous right now. I'm really nervous right now. We got a bunch of questions from Instagram. I put it out there. She's like, put it out there and get a couple questions. We got a couple hundred. So Shannon went through them. She's going to ask us both questions that we're both going to answer, and then...
we're going to do a lightning round of just Amber. We're going to call this section All Up in Amber's Panties.
Oh my God.
We're going to get a tour of Amber's panties. So the first question is from Lee Ladisi. She says, are strap-ons one of the things you do to show your dominant side? And do you receive as well during intimacy?
I mean, I guess the question is if I'm dominant. Yes, I'm the dominant one. If I use a strap or not, it's in her preference. You know what I'm saying? So it's not one of my favorite things to do, but if that's what she wants, then I'm going to. But yes, I think that it is kind of a way to show your dominance, but it's not just for the dominant one. You know, I know a lot of studs that like to get strapped by their femme partners and, you know, vice versa. So I don't know, maybe it's just like a pleasure tool.
I was curious about that because, like, I guess what people are asking is, like, is that how you can tell who is the masculine and who is the feminine in the relationship? Does the masculine always have the strap on?
No, I would say it switches off. We're women. Certain women like certain things, so I think it's definitely a switch off in any situation or any type of relationship.
But you're the dominant and you don't accept being strapped.
Oh no.
You're a gold star virgin.
I'm a gold star, get it! Hey.
Who knows the vernacular?
Right, you got it.
C. Linda Pop asks, do you use dildos? And if you do, why do you use them?
There's a big difference between a strap on and a dildo. Obviously a dildo is, you know, the tool by itself. No, hell no, I don't use dildos. I have dildos on all these fingers. My fingers are huge. And so yeah, I think I'd rather use these things that God gave me instead of tools. It becomes a little bit more intimate when you're strapping on and like you're in those positions. It's a little bit more intimate, like you can look each other in the eye or whatever. So a dildo is kind of awkward. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, in that case, you might as well use your fingers. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Vibrator, maybe. But the vibrators we use are very smaller. It's like
just a tiny little
yes.
straps on.
I love that she carries this and wears this everywhere, and it works.
Say test a sex toy, you should test it on your nose too.
Oh shit. Oh wow.
Does that feel intimate? Like we're just, like you're smelling my vagina right now?
Am I?
Maybe.
Well, it smells great.
Abigail Barbosa says, I am my ex-girlfriend's only sex partner. She claims to be straight now, but comes back for booty calls frequently and acts like we're still together. What's up with that?
Ooh, okay. I've had situations like this where people have gone and come back or whatever. You know, it could be that your sex is just really bomb. You know what I'm saying? I think that in certain situations, but also women like to get, you know, we get comfortable and know what I like and what I need and vice versa. So I think that that's some reason why people will always jump back. You know, maybe she's comfortable and maybe she just wants to be pleased by you. And then also with women, there's an emotional connection that maybe she's not getting in her straight world. But you're gonna disagree, right?
I disagree.
I
think at the end of the day, this is a term in psychology. It's called ego dystonic.
Ooh.
That is when who you are and who you want to be don't align.
Right.
So what your desires are and how you actually act out life are not the same thing. So that, for example, would be a straight man who's married to a woman who has a gay lover that he cannot leave.
Terrible.
And that might be somebody whom is just not yet able to face the fact that he's actually a homosexual male. Or bisexual male. Mm-hmm. He tries to pretend that that's just like a side fantasy, rather than really just facing like, this is who I am, this is what I actually like. So it sounds like your partner's conflicted between like, I'm a straight woman, but I like sleeping with girls. No, but I'm a straight woman, but I love when this girl does this to me, right? And so someone like that, I think you should really encourage them to like really own their sexuality.
Show her this video because it could be either or.
It could be either or. It could be that your sex is amazing, or it could be that she's a little confused right now. X Makeup asks, what type of girls is best to sleep with? Lipstick, butch, or stem?
It's kind of whatever you're attracted to would be the best for you, you know? And really it's just all about the sexual connection you have at the end of the day. So I can't really say, oh, this is for sure the best, but if you're gonna go ahead and try for the first time, go with a stem so they can give you the best of both worlds.
That's a little infomercial right there.
Hey!
It's whoever you're naturally attracted to. That's who you have the chemistry with. That's who you're going to be the most passionate and have the most fire for.
Exactly.
The most sensuality, the most experimentation, the most comfort. But
yeah, comfort is the biggest thing.
When it comes to skill, Amber says, bar none, it's the stems. Do you remember the first time you had an orgasm?
Yeah. I think I was young, just like kind of grinding with a boyfriend.
Your first orgasm was with a dude?
Yeah.
Not with yourself?
No.
What?
I didn't touch myself. I still don't touch myself. We talk about this because you think I should do it more and I'm not going to. You should do it
not just more, all the time. I did a challenge that was a 7-day orgasm challenge.
I tried it.
She told me she can't do it because her girl was working at the time. So she's like, sometimes she's not, home. I'm like, what about, these are always home. These are always home.
And I told her I'm just not attracted to myself. I can't do that. And it blows her mind.
I learned to orgasm when I was probably around 10 or 11 years old.
Wow.
And I didn't know what I was doing, but I was laying on the bathroom mat of my grandparents' house and I just started like doing some stuff and then amazing things happened. Wow. And I want to talk about this because some women, have you had an orgasm before? They'd be like, yes, sort of, no, maybe. If you've had an orgasm, you know. You know. Have you ever gone down on a woman who doesn't smell too fresh? How did you respond?
Oh yeah, that's happened, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen with us girls, sometimes, whatever. My first time, it was my first girlfriend and I really loved her. So it was one of those situations where like, I started and it wasn't that fresh and I was like, hey, you know what? We just, we've had a long day, we did this. Maybe we should take a shower and revisit this. So I didn't want to make the situation awkward or make her feel any type of way.
You could shower together.
Yeah, we did.
So you kind of kept the vibe going. But you just transferred the locations to somewhere you could rectify the issue.
Right. Yeah, because never make your partner feel like embarrassed or some type of way. There's always like a way to tell them, easily.
Yeah, like the smell is actually there to attract. So that people, especially when you're going through like your heat phase or your ovulation phase, it can be very, very pungent down there, but it's a smell that is designed to make people come to you. Yeah. So it's supposed to have a smell, it's supposed to have a taste. Do not stress about it. So many women are afraid to let people please them or touch them because they're worried about their smell. Do not worry about your smell. True. It's like drugs. Like it's a wonderful thing. All right, last question. What are your thoughts on sex after a breakup with your ex?
Ooh, this is one thing that I think that I've been bad with in the past. When I get over somebody, I lose that connection with them, right? But I'm still comfortable with them sexually because I've been with you for a certain amount of times or whatever. So in the past with my exes, I have gone back and had sex with them because it takes me a while to have sex with a new person because I need that connection to be there and I need, comfortability. And if I don't have that with somebody that I don't really know, I kind of go back to my ex. But I realize that it's not always a good thing. There's been times in the past where I've gotten in trouble because, in my head I'm thinking we're just having sex, but in her head she's like, oh, there's a chance we're gonna get back together. And then I've gotten myself in some sticky situations. So at the end of the day, I'm learning that maybe that's a no.
So there's the answer to about 80% of the questions that you guys asked on there. You're welcome.
What did they ask?
They know what they ask.
Oh, okay.
They know what they ask. Like love in general is an addiction. It exists in the risk and reward part of your brain, the same place that is activated during heroin. When you are in love with somebody, you are chemically addicted to them through bonding hormones. When you start having intimate moments with that person, those things start to get re-triggered and all of a sudden you start to feel that like drive to be with them. It's kind of like somebody who quits smoking cigarettes or stops doing drugs, casually doing drugs after that fact. But if you play that back and forth role, like I'm just gonna have a casual cigarette here and a casual cigarette there, next thing you know, you're 2 packs a day. You guys are back living together.
One thing that you taught me, and I see that you put that out a lot, is just being okay with yourself, and you don't need another person and their intimacy to make you feel better about yourself.
Just love yourself, be comfortable by yourself, find joy in yourself.